but this is really it. With over 2,000 hours in-game, I'm saying goodbye to the Isle.
I'm not making the channel eccentric as it is the dinosaurs. I'm sorry. I have no interest of playing these fucking games anymore. I really don't.
So I hold the Isle in high regard. However, I really think it's time to move on.
The Isle is loved by many and hated by, well, just as many if not more. The Isle is proof that old wounds don't heal if nothing is done to treat them. Many YouTubers and players in general have left the Isle for a variety of reasons, and today I want to dive into why that is, and why it's so common for people to abruptly leave the game behind. Now, it may go without saying that the developers have improved with time. They're nowhere near as hostile, confrontational, or unhelpful as they used to be, and of course not all devs are responsible for these actions to begin with. It's truly just a handful of people, including Dondi, who have caused many of the communication issues between the devs and players over the years. But despite their improvement, Afterthought hasn't exactly gone out of their way to mend broken relationships with the community. We're really just trudging by on good faith alone, and for many that's just not good enough. The disillusionment with the devs and the game causes a lot of friction, and because of this and the reasons I'm about to go over, there's not much motivation for people to keep following the project. To be an Isle YouTuber, you have to find things to talk about, and in a game that updates about twice a year, that's quite a difficult task to accomplish. We can't simply talk about new patches, because they rarely have anything meaningful or new to add to the game. On top of this, new content is often just a new dinosaur, or a bare-bones mechanic that really doesn't open itself up for much discussion. After a week of hype and new content, it's back to the same old struggle you had before. Because Evrima is already quite an undetailed project, it's hard to adapt your content or add fun twists to existing gameplay options. You kinda just survive, and that's really all there is to it. Of course, it is a survival game, but without all of the planned game mechanics and playables, it's clear that many IsleTubers are clutching at straws, trying to create something new and exciting for every video. And then there's the news updates. The devs are notoriously bad at communicating their plans, even some of the more recent ones. The small tidbits of information we do get can often be misconstrued, poorly explained, or quickly changed in favor of something else just a week later. It's hard to theory craft and tell your YouTube community what's going on with the game when you're already struggling to get that information yourself. Then you have people like me, who use existing concept art and confirmed details about the game's future to form conclusions and critique decision making. Although there's plenty of content to be made from this, as I've had absolutely no issue doing so, the content I make isn't necessarily impactful. The devs rarely listen to the community, and when they do, they try their absolute best to pretend they didn't. This can be really discouraging for a lot of people, and many YouTubers, such as myself, have found it hard to stay motivated knowing that nothing we say or do will truly have an impact on the game's development. But that's not why I'm here. For me, it's about the community and just having a good time overall. So don't you worry, for better or for worse, I'm here to stay. For those of you who want to start a YouTube channel around the Isle, I only encourage you. There's lots to talk about and discuss, and lots of fun can be had with the game if you're creative enough. But I figured I should make this video to go over some of the issues with being an IsleTuber with the hopes of reaching people who can really make a difference on this matter. I hope in the future, YouTubers can be more involved in the development of the game and can work with the devs instead of clashing with them, as we have for some time now. I wish this game and the people working on it the very best, and I hope that we can all come together to make something amazing and help share that amazing creation with our YouTube communities. Thank you so much for watching. And to give you a reason to subscribe, I'm fighting Half Sliced to 3K subscribers. Now, if I do win, I will read every single dinosaur name that exists, and if I mispronounce a single one, I have to restart. This will all be live streamed, so make sure to subscribe to put me through that torture. Anyways, once again, have a good day, bro.